Welcome to another episode of Real Estate, Real Life, Real Talk, and Real Live with Damon the Agent. I am so greatly appreciative that you all are here today. And you know what I'm saying? We want to get right into our topic. So this week's topic is going to be about credit repair. And I also have a business spotlight with Jason Padmore of JFP Express. And then also I'm going to be talking about customer service. So without further ado, let me begin. Of course, today is Friday, September the 23rd, 2022. All right. So I'm going to talk about credit repair briefly on some things that you, the consumer, can do to help yourself improve your credit. Credit is a big issue here in the United States, and mainly because credit determines everything. Like, even though people have cash to do things, people still want to verify through your credit that you are a worthy person because you pay your bills on time. But there are people who, throughout the course of life, things have happened, and sometimes your credit takes a dip. And one thing about credit is your past 7 years. So even though your credit may be up now, it can be down tomorrow. And even though it's down today, it can be up tomorrow. So let's begin. The first thing when it pertains to credit is many people that I know who have credit issues or credit challenge, most of them, for some reason or not, do not check their credit scores. A lot of times when I speak to people, and I ask them, what is your credit score? A lot of times people say they do not know. Now, I always found through years of experience that most people who do not know what their credit score are usually have bad credit. Most people who have good credit, they usually know their credit scores. Now, another thing about credit is a lot of times people tend to tell me that they go through Credit Karma, which is a free app and a free website that normally gives people their credit score, and it normally gives it to them from one or two bureaus. But like I told someone, Credit Karma is really there to boost people's self-esteem. It's really there to boost people's confidence. Credit Karma also is in relations with a lot of companies to get people to apply for mortgages and apply for credit cards through them. That's why a lot of times when people are on Credit Karma, they can actually see on the side with the ads and everything saying, oh, if you get a credit card with us, your balance will be this amount, or you can transfer your balance from credit cards to them. So Credit Karma is really basically to help people boost their self-esteem when it pertains to their credit. Your FICO score and your credit scores are normally never the same as Credit Karma. There are three credit bureaus. There's Equifax, there's TransUnion, and there's Experian. Those are the three credit bureaus that most people go to when they're trying to find out someone's credit score. For example, if you go purchase a car, if you apply for a credit card, and even when you apply for a mortgage, those are the three credit bureaus that are used in 99% of the cases. What people who do not know their credit score, I strongly first suggest for them to pull all three of their credit reports from all three bureaus. And the reason why I say that is because in many cases, you may have something on one report that's not on the other reports. So you want to see what others are seeing. Because when you do go out to apply for things, in some cases, like if you go apply for apply for a car or a credit card, they may randomly pick any of the three bureaus that I just named, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. And they will look on that one report to determine whether or not that you are credit worthy or not. Now, first pull your credit reports and also make sure that you get your credit score. The reason why I say this is because if you pull your credit report and you get your scores, the scores are going to cost you some money, roughly around $10 each, which is a total of $30. Most people spend more than that when they go out to drink, when they go out to eat, when they buy shoes, in a week time just eating out. Most people spend more than that just on everyday activities. So why not take the time to make an investment in yourself to help you put yourself in a better position down the line when it pertains to you and your future and your credit. So first, pull all 3 credit bureaus and pull your report, and also make sure that you get your credit scores. And then once you do that, look on all 3 reports. This is a trick that I always like to tell people who are dealing with credit issues. If you have anything on your credit report that is over 2 years old, challenge it. The reason why I say that is from my own personal experience. I don't know if many of you will recall back when Nextel was real popular and they had the chirp on the phones and everything. Well, I remember when they switched over to Sprint. This was probably like about, 15 years ago. And something popped up on my credit report. Now, between you and I, it was really mine, but it was like about 4 or 5 years old. I went on there and I challenged everything that was over 2 years old. When I did so, what the credit bureaus do is they send stuff to whoever your creditor is who put things on your report. Those creditors have exactly 30 days to respond to the credit bureau. If they do not respond in 30 days, the credit bureau will automatically take those items off your report, even if it's yours. They have 30 days. So a lot of times when people, if you pull your own credit reports, you see issues on your credit reports that are over 2 years old, I would challenge all of them, because at the time when I did that, there were like about 11 items, and I kid you not, about 7 or 8 of those items came off, and about out of the 7 or 8 items, about half of them were actually mine. But because I felt like they were outdated, because to me, if it's a couple of years and stuff, that's a long time. And then the way the credit system works is this. Like I mentioned before, they look at your credit for the past 7 years, 10 years when it pertains to some things. So let's say hypothetically you have something on your credit report that is 5 years old. That means you really got 2 more years before it comes off, because they have to drop it off your credit report 7 years from the date of last reported. That's why if you ever look at your credit reports, and you'll see that they keep updating stuff every month. Your credit cards are updated every month, because your credit is going to stay on your credit report until 7 years from the date of last reported by the creditor. But if it's over 2 years old, I strongly suggest that you challenge anything that's on your credit report. Now, these things may seem tedious because, you know what I'm saying, it requires a little effort and a little work, but it's well worth it, especially if it's going to boost your credit scores 30, 40, 50 points, especially for those who have a lot of items on their credit report. There are a lot of credit repair companies out here. Many of them are good. Some of them are bogus. Okay. I actually work with a credit repair company, and I'm going to actually bring them on next week to have them talk to you also about the ins and out about credit. But I am just sharing this information for those people who don't have the funds to deal with a credit repair company, who are trying to increase their credit scores, who have items on their credit reports, and who, you know what I'm saying, are basically just know that, okay, if I do the littlest things, my score is going to increase. Because trust and believe that if you do these items, I'm not saying everything's going to come off your report, but some things will come off your report. So again, let's retract. So first of all, order all 3 credit reports from each bureau: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Second, make sure that you get your credit score with all of those, okay? Because you really want to get your credit score to see what your actual scores are, not what is on Credit Karma. Because again, Credit Karma score is there to boost people's self-esteem. If you go apply for a credit card or go get a car, they're going to tell you something totally different than what you see on Credit Karma. After you do that, you see anything on your report that's over 2 years old, you challenge those with the actual credit bureaus. And then you have to wait, because like I said, they give the people 30 days to respond. You're going to get something probably like in about 40, 45 days. So about a month and a half later, you're going to get something telling you whether the people said that it was yours or whether those items were dropped off your report. Now, those are ways to help you increase your credit score, on top of paying your bills on time. You know, that's the key. That's number one thing. Pay your bills on time, especially if you have the money. Do not just take the time and just, take the money that you have and neglect your bills, because paying bills on time is very crucial and critical. And that is the reason why people tend to look at your credit report, especially when people are trying to rent properties, when they're trying to do things. They're looking to see your history as far as payments. Sometimes people say, oh, I got the money for the security deposit, I can pay this and everything. But 5 years ago, you couldn't pay. And that's what they're trying to see. They're trying to see if you have a history of paying on time, or if you have a history of being delinquent when it pertains to payment. And because of that, credits are easily affected. Your credit score can drop down tomorrow like that, 25 points. But it's going to take you longer than a day to get your credit back up 25 points. So these are little tidbits to help you to increase your credit score. So all you have to do is take the time. Okay, it is simple. If you all three bureaus again are TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. I strongly recommend to call them and everything. If you Google them, get the number and call them. You can go online. The only trick about going online is when you go to one website, they're trying to sell you scores for the other two, and the actual scores that they're giving you are not from the actual bureau. They're doing a calculation of what it possibly could be like. But everybody's trying to make money these days, so they're trying to sell you those things. So I will call all three credit bureaus, because they're going to ask you personal information, such as your social security, at street addresses, I don't remember height, you know what I'm saying? I mean, no, not height, but I'm just using that for an exaggeration. But they're going to ask you personal information that only you should know. And then they're going to charge you through a credit card, and then they're going to mail it to you. Once you get that in the mail, and they also have options of you getting it via email, because the way things are today. Once you get it, it's your job to look at them, verify things, and then to act accordingly. And once you do so, give them time enough to respond. And again, these little tidbits will help you over time to do that. And I would strongly also suggest that to look at your credit scores every month. Most people who have good credit, they check their credit scores at least once a month, no less than once a quarter. They don't go past 3 months without checking their credit scores, because anything can happen. And then today, in the world that we live in with cybersecurity and all these identity thefts and scammers, you want to check your credit scores often. And also on your credit reports, you can put a freeze on it to make sure that no one is just randomly using your information. I have a freeze on mine. I actually applied for something last week, and I forgot I had the freeze on mine. And then they had to actually call me and ask me personal questions because I had a freeze on my credit reports, and I completely forgot about it. And I would strongly suggest that you all do that as well when you call in and you get your reports, to also take the time to put a freeze on it, because there is a lot of scamming going on. There's a lot of identity thefts. So to protect yourself, those are ways that you can help to also secure your credit, because people steal your information. Next thing you know, they're applying for credits and everything, and then they're messing up your credit and messing up your identity. So please take all of those things into consideration. So we're going to be back with the business spotlight, Jason Padmore. So give me a second. I'll be right back. Jason.
What's up, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear, man. Loud and clear, man. You look like you just got finished working out.
Nah, actually, got finished stretching. I don't work out anymore. My back is busted.
Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? You can work out. But let me first introduce you. Everyone, this is Jason Padmore, owner and operator of JFP Express Courier. And this is the man. First of all, Jason, tell us, what is your company and what do you all have to offer people?
Name of my company is JFP Express. We are a courier transport company. We can transport anything you need on the Northeast as well as the southern region. Out of town, in town, we can do it all. We
So
can
when you say transport anything, are you referring to like
medical, antiques. That's initially what it started as, but people they started asking me to transport any and everything, so I do it all now.
okay, okay. That's good, man. That's good. You know what I'm saying? So how long has your company been operating?
We legally has been operating since 2018.
Hmm. So about a little over 4 years.
Yeah,
And what area are you primary in now? You say on the East Coast. So
DMV area primarily. Every single day we work on that in those areas. I work with a lot of investors moving staging equipment for people that's working on selling their homes, or investors who are looking to sell their homes. They, hire me to destage and restage and transport the equipment from house to house.
okay. So you take the staging furniture and stuff out of one property and I guess put it in storage or take it to another house.
Yes, exactly what I do.
Okay. What else I was gonna ask you? Trying to find the information real quick.
You can find me on Yelp, Google, my website. You put it on the left hand side of the screen, jfpexpress.com. As soon as you put in a request, someone will contact you.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, this company, I mean, I know you'll do like a lot of that. You say you started with medical equipment?
Yeah, medical transport,
Okay.
um, medical equipment transport from hospital to hospital. We do that as well.
Okay. So you'll deal with hospital, you deal with real
Yes,
estate, you'll deal with everything.
absolutely.
And also, so besides the website, let me check out something real quick. I wanted to read up on it. Okay, you offer a wide range of logistics services in dealing with pharmaceutical, medical appliances, parts, electronics, office material, furniture, clothing, art, and sculptures.
Yeah.
And you deal with commercial and residential moves.
Yes. So what I basically want to do, and what my company, envision is just to have a high end,
Mm-hmm.
red carpet. I'll literally bring out the red carpet, lay it down, I'll protect everything, and give that A1 customer service.
Do you do small jobs?
We do small jobs as well.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, I've right now with the small jobs, it's even better for us because a lot of my staff after COVID, a lot of people don't want to work.
Yeah, I don't know that.
So smaller is better right now at the moment until we build back up.
Yeah. I think a lot of people didn't want to work because they were getting free money and free is
Free everything.
yeah. So they was living off that, and some people found ways to continue the free hustle, and then some
Mm-hmm.
people also found ways to, I guess, get the PPP loan and everything. So I mean, but PPP loan was good for businesses such as yourselves and other businesses as well too. But you know, but yeah. So basically, this company and everything, so people can call you if they want to have stuff move out of their apartment, for
Yeah,
example,
absolutely.
in their
That's
house.
what I'm focusing on right now. Um, transporting people from their apartment houses, first time home buyers, people that's leaving out of their storage unit, storage pickup, furniture pickups. I can do. You know, assemble, deassemble. We do it all.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm happy for you, man, especially any company and stuff. Your website is one way, but tell us anything else, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, besides this, what is your background and stuff? Where are you from? Like, where did you
I'm
grow up?
I'm originally from New York. I came out here in '05 to attend Morgan State.
Mm-hmm.
Went to school for business. After that, went into the corporate world, did HR for a while. Always, I've always good at sales, so I started working at the car dealership, and that's what led me into the logistics side.
Okay.
One of my customers, he came in and he was looking for one of those Pro Masters.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cargo van. It's something like the Postal Service, used for transports.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him, a couple times, like, well, why do you need this vehicle? What is it for?
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling me, he, works in DC area. He do a lot of transports for the college students. And when I was looking at his income year to date, it was February, and his year to date was already 28,000. I was like, well, this is something I should get into.
Right.
So
right. Yeah, I get it.
he said, "You serious?" I said, "Yeah, I'm serious. If you're making, $250,000 a year, I'm going to look into something like that and see what I can do to grow." And I wasn't getting along with my managers at the dealership, so I was like, "Well,
Imagine.
I'm going back working for myself." I've always was entrepreneur at heart.
Right.
And that was just one step for me to just go get at it. And since I worked there, I got a good deal on the van. Once I got it, they thought I was going to stay. I quit the next day.
Oh, wow.
My business.
Yeah, that's how it be sometimes. When I got into real estate, I didn't give a 2-week notice either. You know what I'm saying? I wrote them a letter though, and I pulled up, and I was like, I said my last day was, I think I came in on a Monday. I said my last day was Friday. I said, here go y'all letter and stuff, and they say, oh, give a 2-week notice because if you need to come back. But I found
it's no plan B. it's definitely no plan B.
Most of the times, you know what I'm saying, when you give a 2-week notice, you ain't going back, or they're not gonna hire you anyway if you quit on them. You know what I'm saying? So, and when they want to fire you, they're not giving you a 2-week notice. So basically, I was like, yeah. So sometimes with the entrepreneurship, you have to take that leap of faith, because the one thing that I did was, I know that what I was working and getting, similar to you, I was getting paid okay, but I wasn't really making no money. And I remember that I said to myself, I said, if I work just as hard for myself as I do for them, I will make at least what they're giving me. That's what I always say. And that's always been true. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for yourself, a lot of times if you can find something where you can profitable and you can grind and stuff, you can basically, you know what I'm saying, make money. There's a million ways to make money these days.
Exactly. And I just started with this new business a couple weeks ago as well. And this is,
you mean the bike?
Yeah, the e-bikes.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's good. You own a couple of them?
I own 120 of those.
Oh wow! Throughout the city and stuff, and you put
the only one in the city with the e-bikes. It's a partnership agreement. Since I had the insurance for my regular business, it helped me with this business because I have the cargo insurance and I have the liability insurance up to $1 million in general aggregate, as well as $2 million. So when I had all the credentials for my business, I send that over to them and say, look, I'm in the whole logistics industry. This is something I can do, and I'm providing opportunity for people that want to work. So
that's great, man. That's great, because you know what I'm saying. I mean, I see those e-bikes everywhere.
Yeah, and what I look at is whatever I get into is passive income now. So this is passive income. So whoever use the app, use their credit card, ride the bike wherever they want to ride it. As soon as they're done, they take a picture, it locks up, and that's it. And I have an app on my phone to let you know if it's, where is it located. It's a GPS sensor inside of every one of them. And that's good for me.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's a great way to do it. And that's the thing. And it started with you branching out, and then you're doing your express thing, and you're doing that now, and then it's going to turn into something else. And again, like you said, passive income, and multiple streams of income. That's the way to be in order to furnish and provide the lifestyle that you want to have. So that's good, man. I'm proud of you when it pertains to that. So how can people get in contact with you, or do they need to go through your website if they wanted to contact you?
They can go to my website, www.jfpexpress.com. My email is info@jfpexpress.com. And if you want to get direct, you can call my cell phone. I'm always available. Text at 240-605-1234. So
Let me see.
just let me know.
Yeah, man. You sound like you're a good inspiration for many, and I want people to be able to reach out to you if they have any questions or concerns about, the logistics of you doing the carrier work for them, and then also with the bikes, with the e-bikes and stuff. People, that's good, man. You know what I'm saying? You own 120 something, so that's very good. I wish you the best of luck with those. Like I said, I see those things scattered everywhere. I see them even in alleys.
Yeah, that's it's always a negative to it as well. Sometimes people want to take them, put them inside their house, put them in different areas, vandalize them, but that comes with the game.
Let me ask a question. If they rent it for, like, let's say 3 hours, and then they take it inside their house, and you got the app and everything, what do? Do you basically wait until like a couple of days or something to see if they're going to return it, or do you just see what's going on? Because they have to actually, it won't start back up unless they rent it again, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the people do insane stuff. Like I was telling someone, you have to, but I can see where it's located. So if I have the right document, I can call the police and say, look, my bike is in here.
Okay.
And they say, hey, it's located in here, bring it out. Mm-hmm. It's just like an Apple, iPhone, when you do the phone locator.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still, you can't do anything if it's an apartment building.
Right.
If you don't know, but single family house, townhouse, you can do that. But
yeah, I will probably just give it time, because you got 100 and something to be concerned about. So if the other ones are still making money, I mean, if that one disappear off, for like a week or so, then I'll probably be like, what's going on, But
man, I seen one of my bikes in New York. I'm like, oh my God.
How'd I get up there?
I don't even know. That's another story. I was talking to my friend. She, commutes back and forth to work from Baltimore to DC, and she said she was on a train, and this brother took one of the bikes from DC and brought it to Baltimore. So I'm like, man, he's taking out of its normal zone.
Yeah, you gotta have insurance on them. So basically, the insurance, I believe, will cover any theft, because that's basically what it is. It's theft. If it go from the DMV to New York, I'm not going up to New York to get it unless that bike is making me over. Like, let's say I have limited bike. You got 100 or something. Let's say I have 5 bikes and each bike is making me over a certain amount per day. Then I might take a trip on a weekend, because I know people in New York anyway, and I know you're from New York, so so that's the only way I'm gonna be going up there to get my bike. But then at the same time, I'm gonna be like, is it worth it? Let me just report this stolen. You know what I'm saying? It might be up in the projects in the hood somewhere. I go up there, that joint in the hood, it's about 50 outside. I'm like, that bike ain't worth.
I deal with that every single day. I'm like, but they know me around here. They're like, all right, this is my man. I tell them it's my bike. And they're like, you sure? So I'm like, it is what it is.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Well, look, man, I appreciate you coming on to the show to, do my business spotlight. I'm gonna make sure that I put this website back up there for people to reach out to you so they can check out all the services that you have to offer. You know what I'm saying, man? And we'll chop it up, you know what I'm saying, like we always do. We got to talk about the life in general, just life is
I
going on in
appreciate
life with women and kids.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I need to.
Yeah, man. Look, we all need to, you know what I'm saying, have some brothers to talk to, you know what I'm saying, get stuff off our chest, and then, you know what I'm saying, hold each other accountable for certain things too. Life ain't easy, man. That's why I was trying to tell
Oh,
you.
definitely not.
Life is not easy. Sometimes people may look on TV or look on social media and they think everything gravy because people posting the best aspect of their life, but everybody at some point in time is going to go through it some way, somehow with someone. So sometimes some people can handle it different than others, but we all need somebody to lean on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So yeah, we definitely gonna chop it up. But I appreciate you coming on. And then also, real quick, you were talking about when you were at the car dealership and you was a good salesperson. My next topic I'm about to talk about is going to be about customer service. So I know salespeople, they're real good customer service when they try and get you to buy them cars and stuff.
Oh, yeah, by all means.
Lately, the cars have went up in value so much because of the shortage, especially since the pandemic.
Yeah.
And now they boosting their prices and stuff like that. So I got like my grown kids, and it seems like all I'm trying to get a car right now. I didn't got one of my daughters a car. This weekend, most likely I'm gonna be trying to get my other daughter a car. My son's trying to get a car. My other daughter, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it's like, and I'm trying to help them out as a father for real, because when I was their age, ain't nobody helped me get nothing.
Yeah.
It was one guy that he did help me later on, and everything. He was a real good guy named Mr. Slade. I'll never forget him. But I'm talking about my family. Ain't nobody helped me in my family. So I'm just trying to help them out. But customer service
sometimes people don't know. I don't take it, serious. Sometimes people just don't know. You know.
Yeah.
We as people grow up in some type of, poverty situations. I'm not saying you have, but it could be the mindset of growing up in a whole distress mental of not being financially literate to do certain things as buying stuff. And that's what I noticed when I have certain customers. They just don't know. And, that's why I chose to get out, because I don't want to take advantage of people that don't know.
Right. And that's good though. And your customer service, your good customer service led to the opportunity you meeting that person and them sharing things with you. Because if you had bad customer service, or if you weren't a person that, you know what I'm saying, a good person, then I'm sure they probably wouldn't have shared a lot of stuff with you and stuff. But again, that's good, man. So again, like I said, I'm gonna leave your website right there, and then I'm also gonna be coming back on talking about customer service, and then you and I, we're gonna chop it up soon. I'm gonna call you when the podcast is over, man. And I wish you much success, man. You have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. All right, that was Jason Padmore. Thing. People will buy things because that's how things are. But let me share this with you all that I didn't share. I bought some shoes offline about 2 years ago. I never got the shoes back. Y'all. It was a designer person in Tennessee. They design shoes and all of that stuff. Then he tried to tell me the merchants holding the money up and everything. That's terrible customer service. Of course, I reported them, or I wrote a complaint on them and stuff. Took $200 and something of my money, and you're trying to support them for the work they do, and you don't get anything back. So with that, what I said is, karma will come. I'm not worried about them, because guess what? Even if their business is thriving or was thriving, God take care of his people. And I'm one of his people, so I know he's going to take care of me. And that person will one day somehow catch the wrath of God, because I leave things to that, because you get to a point in life where you shouldn't stress over things that are out of your control, and you just have to move on. You got to take it as a loss. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I mean, I could have used that money to buy some other shoes or some other things, but what it is, that 2 years ago, I ain't never get my money back. So it's unfortunate, but be careful when you're out here buying people's products and stuff too, because not only do they provide bad customer service, but they also not providing the merchandise. So again, I want to thank you all for checking out Real Estate, Real Life, Real Talk, and Real Live with Damon the Agent each and every Friday at 12 noon. Please, again, make sure you check out my social media platforms, subscribe to my YouTube, and I will see you all next week. Have a great weekend, everyone.